What up, Bucs fans? We are back with the channel here, and we're going to talk about another Buccaneers undrafted free agent signing, and that is safety JJ Roberts out of Marshall. Really fun player to watch. He's just small in stature, 5'10", 180 pounds, but he plays with a punch, and he gets downhill in a hurry. Good athlete overall, but you can see the recognition here. Understands the play concept, and then makes the tackle.
Yeah, like you mentioned it, there's a reason why he probably didn't get drafted. Smaller, 5'10", 180. That's like me running around out there. I'm not the biggest, but I'll give it my all, right? So his pursuit's great. You're going to see later in the video, his coverage is great. I think a lot of it's his anticipation, and he didn't get interceptions because he times things horribly. Overall, like a very downhill player, but he understands zones very, very well.
Right, agreed. And I think, he shows good athleticism like here, good, smarts as well, good overall instincts to, fight through the traffic here and then overall good pursuit, and finish the tackle, help out his teammate there. So that's really good to see.
Yeah, is like you mentioned, pursuit, hustle, motor, it's all in there, especially for a safety who's going to have range and stay with the play. I mean, you're the last line of defense. You don't want to show laziness. He doesn't have that. He has the motor, he has the drive to get after it. But now this is big school. This is the big boys. Ohio State, first round pick, Emeka Abuka. So how's he do against Ohio State plus?
Yeah, I mean, this was, some cool tape. Also cool to, see Buka, do well in this game. But yeah, JJ Roberts getting after the play, trying to close down on Abuka, and you can see like the deception of speed that Emeka has. But he reads it like he's right there. And I think we want to see him kind of finish this play a little bit better and overall get there sooner. But ends up making the tackle at the very least.
Yeah, two things to notice. First, Ibuka has deceptive speed, right? He has the wide receiver skills of Chris Godwin. Literally get him the ball in space and he can make a play, make people miss, and be like a running back and break tackles. For me, though, looking at JJ Roberts, it's more the click and close here. Safeties don't really have it as well as cornerbacks, but as you see, like as he steps his foot in the ground, you want to see him close down real fast to eliminate the outside edge, right? And to seal that corner. But he doesn't do that, doesn't get there in time. That gives a little bit of a gap for Ibuka to get space. And then it's just angles, right? Understanding the angle. If he has this much space to work with, how much of an angle do I need to get at? He undercuts it a little bit too much, and he allows the outside, and there Ibuka just attacks space and gets upfield. So a lot of yards that shouldn't have happened. And here now there's a missed tackle here on Ibuka. Again, deceptive, very good for our first round pick in Ibuka, but JJ Roberts not making the tackle.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot there, to diagnose, and just he needs to continue his development, and that's a reason why he was undrafted. Just some inconsistencies overall on tape, but he's in the position. He's in position to make the play, which is a start. That's a positive, and he does a good job of getting to that spot and being in the right range to make the play. Just doesn't finish. So there's things to work on, but you like the ability to read and understand where that play is going. You just like to see him, finish the tackle.
And with me again, the click and close. So the quarterback has it. The ball's out. He's standing. I want you downhill in a rush. Like I want Jordan Whitehead effort, like flying towards the ball. This is lackadaisical. Look at how much space he has to make a move now. So to me, this is just you got to read it and react immediately, especially when you're a defender. You're reactionary. You got to get downhill to seal that space because now he has moved to think about what am I going to do to this guy. You're waiting on him. You need to be the enforcer to accelerate that decision making. Nope, he makes the move, gets past you. You're waiting on other guys to make the tackle. Where it could have been stopped right here at the 40, and ends up going five yards down the field. So to me, it's the reading reaction that was off to me.
Yeah, I agree there. And you're going to see him now. I think where he plays his best is where he's working, at the top of the safety role, being that free safety type, someone that can come downhill and work in that aspect. So now you see him here, just understanding where the ball is going, and then comes in and makes the tackle. And again, he's going to be kind of your ankle tackler because he is small, at 180 pounds, he just doesn't have much weight to throw around, but he does a good job of playing to his strengths. And now here as a ball hawk or being a guy that can, make plays in the passing game. He had 14 pass deflections last year, which was really good. But the anticipation and understanding or tracking the ball overall is just it's lacking. That's something he's got to improve because this should have been an interception. Makes a hell of a play to
Right.
deflect it, but he jumps way too early. And if he tracks this ball better, it's probably an easier interception for him, and he makes the play.
Yeah, whenever you hear safety, especially deep safety, you think of them as center fielders. Like, get to the spot. Like, don't jump for the ball before the ball is even to you. He's jumping too early, like you just said. You could have kept running to get under this and make a play on the ball, but you jumped. Yeah, your athleticism is showing, but you want to kind of wait on that, right? Get to the spot first before you're making a jump. You're jumping to the spot. Here he is again in coverage. But I think he's very, very good in coverage and zone coverage, like seeing the field that's in front of him and reacting to that. I just think that his downhill stuff, his reaction to click and close isn't the highest elite. But when we're talking understanding what's in front of him, where the space is, he's pretty damn good at that.
Right, agreed. Yeah, I mean, his ability now here again, you'll see some better click and close here. He understands, sees the ball, goes, makes the tackle. A little bit better, but like you said, it's still area for improvement. Something you want to see as he gets better with understanding what his assignment is, and hopefully that continues at the next level and can develop a little bit better. Now, here, as far as like passing off with corners and communication there, I really like this where he picks up the deeper route. You want that corner to maybe step up a little bit sooner to cut off that out route, but he does a good job of picking it up and telling his corner to go back. So there's some good things there as far as the safety, and that's something you have to do as either a split zone safety or a free safety at the top of the zone. So that was some good stuff to see.
Yeah, like I try to draw on the screen. So initially, it looks like they're manned up here, right? When this man goes inside, this guy keeps going downfield. They switch off. The quarterback's supposed to take the shorter guy. This guy's the safety picks up the deep shot, right? That's the last line of defense. What the safety does, and he does it naturally. That is a good sense of understanding scheme. You like that. These are positives on his notebook. It's seamless, right? The cornerback, it's more of a negative on the cornerback is he didn't switch quick enough. But that is a plus on him. Like you mentioned, good stuff to see.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And then here we're going to get back to like he shows good understanding of where to break. Like here he's trying to make a play on the football, doesn't get there. Again, it goes back to that ball tracking skills and understanding where the flight of the path the ball is going, like where is it heading to? And he tries to undercut this, try to make a play on the ball, just misses, and the guy makes the catch. You'll see it here on the reverse angle, so he's in good position. He closes down, he gets downhill, but just misses the ball and misses a chance to make a play there.
Yeah, and it's little things. It's the click and close, like I'm mentioning. Like when you put that back foot in the ground, you want to get downhill in a hurry. And then it's understanding, okay, angle to the ball, and then go to the high point of the ball. Either make a play on the ball to knock it down, your last line of defense, or be in position to intercept it. He was not in position to intercept it. You can't allow that. But either way, the guy got down. And then here's another one. Talk about being in the right space at the right time. He's middle deep field safety. That's where I think he's best, or just zone in general. Reads and reacts. The quarterback just throws this, and look at this acrobatic play again in the air. Flawless right there.
Yeah, he makes a play. He deflects the pass again, but and the quarterback was trying to go to the receiver in the end zone. He jumps basically 4 feet to the right and makes a deflection on this ball. So the athleticism is definitely there. It shows on tape. It's just about kind of honing those skill sets in and getting a little bit better. Here he does a great job of reading the quarterback, and he's going to almost intercept this post route going to the receiver. Should have been a pick, probably a pick six if he catches it. But again, good anticipation, good understanding of where to be, and makes the play on the ball.
I mean, looking at it right now, so the timing of this, he's got this guy. He's the center fielder. He has multiple guys coming in his zone. This guy could have turned in. He's going straight at him. he has multiple ways to decide what the hell, which guy am I going after? The quarterback's still holding it. For him, his arm's coming back. He still hasn't moved. The second he realizes it's going this way, he makes the move. Because if you think about it, this guy looks like he's wide open. Now, when you look at the timing of this throw, he's going that way. Then he makes the choice to go after that. So that is actually really good tracking of where decision making. Let me not leave my assignment until I can react to knowing where the ball is. Because if he would have went after here, that's a touchdown, right? So a lot of baiting with the quarterback's eyes. This is actually a really good mental decision by him to do it. You just got to execute on when, as Todd Bowles says, be a ball hawk, make plays on the ball. He has been able to do it, but he gets deflections. Give him that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now here, this is where like his size limitations come into play. He does a good job of meeting this blocker. He does get held on the play, which they did call, but you would like to see him be a little bit better of getting off the block and trying to get into this play and make the tackle. And then here, showing the downhill pursuit. This is a really good tackle. This is how he's going to have to tackle at the next level. Getting those shoestring tackles is probably going to be something of his calling card at the next level for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I like the shoestring tackle, but to me, it just doesn't look like he's playing like a 4-4-1 type of guy. Like that doesn't look like it's full speed all the way there. Maybe he builds up to that 4-4-1 speed. But either way, good play on the ball on that one. Here we go again, getting downhill. Like to me, I think 4-4-1, that's almost 4-3 speed. Like that's blazing to me. So getting downhill and the angle again. So what did you see on this one?
Yeah, here, I mean, I like his job of forcing this receiver to the outside, which is good. But at the same time, you would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive and
Yeah.
cut this angle off and like cut the player off and go make the tackle. His corner is getting held there. I think they did call that as well, but still, you like to see him just be a little bit faster overall in his play speed to make that tackle and make the play.
Yeah, it was almost timid. Like at this point, he's already relaxing, sitting down. Like make the guy make a move on you. Like force it. Make the it's the same thing in pass rush. You're forcing a decision on the quarterback. Force the guy to make it show his hand. Where is he going to go, left or right, earlier? So anyone behind you has a chance to make a play. We keep going on. Center deep safety. What do you see here?
Yeah, so here at deep safety, again, he's in position to make a play on the football, but he mistimes his jump. So it's just the ball tracking. That's something that definitely needs to improve at the next level. You like his ability to be in the position, and then here comes and makes the tackle again, sees ball, get ball, which is good. And then here showing his range. So he's got plenty of skill sets to work with as far as being a free safety. I really like him in that aspect where he can understand concepts in front of him and then go attack the football in the air and make a play.
Yeah, and that's something that the Bucks didn't necessarily have. They rely too much on Antoine Field Jr. This guy does a lot of good stuff in space. It's not necessarily his downhills, his best attribute, but understanding where guys are going to be in space, I think he does really well. His read reaction in the backfield as a per take as a deep safety is pretty damn well. And like you said, he's kind of a sure tackler once he gets there. Just get there faster. That's my only knock on him.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you can see, like, tackling is going to be kind of it could be an issue at times for him, just because he's got to understand he's got to play with leverage and understand how to make tackles better. And then here, same thing again. It keeps coming up here in this film study. He's just jumping way too early. Like this doesn't have to be this acrobatic play to knock the ball down. He almost does like a 360 here and knocks the ball out of the air last second because he's already 10 feet in the air when he doesn't need to be. And then here again, he does a good job of coming downhill, but I think it goes back to your point. He's just a little timid as far as his pursuit, even though he makes the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he gets there, let's put it that way. But at the next NFL level, things are moving even faster. So, like, any hesitation, they're going to get you. They're going to get you on that spot big time. This is one of my favorite plays of his whole entire film study. Plus, break this one down.
Yeah, so here in zone coverage, he does a good job of being that robber. Understands he can go back and help the corner, but then sees the football in front of him and comes downhill and and again, does a better job of being more aggressive here. Like it just seems like the timidness, I guess, comes and goes with him, but he understands that I can get downhill in a hurry and make a play on this running back, and he does.
And eye vision, I just discipline, everything with me on this one was understanding the scheme, where I have to be. Like, don't just sell out. Okay, my guy's not there. I'm just going to go after the quarterback. No, keep helping other guys out. Work together as a team. He throws the ball. Let me get downhill in a hurry. Attack legs. That's what I'm best at. I thought that was really, really well entirely.
Yeah, and again, same thing here. Picks up the crosser, does a good job of understanding where guys are going to be, and finds the zone to be in. Understands pressures coming after the quarterback, so he can pretty much sit on this football, and does a good job there, forcing the incompletion.
Very good understanding of space and feeling people in those spaces. So I really like his characteristics at that.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts of Buccaneers undrafted free agent safety JJ Roberts. Let us know if you feel he's going to make the team. And with that said, until the next one.